Lady Lila Brown is saying here, I'm at what I think is the end of the protest line. Cars have been stalled, I think, for at least 5 minutes now. We are on Main Street. We're headed towards City Hall downtown. I'm at the end of the protest line. I'm going to make my way up to the front. Pro-Palestinian protest here happening now downtown, heading towards City Hall on Main Street. And so the streets are being blocked off. Cars are just not being able to get through from this end. This is the end of the protest line. I'm making my way to the front. So, of course, the Palestinians are no stranger to protesting downtown Los Angeles when it was for one of their compatriots who was detained and killed by police over his job issue. You'll see a lot of the Arab Palestinians come out. They've been protesting pretty much a good part of this year. So there's been times when they've ended up, it was Iranians, okay, for the hijab issue. But you always see a lot of pro-Palestinian flags and talking about the state, the government, as things that are happening there. One point it was at Pershing Square. And of course, it looks like they're making their way to Grand Park. Whether there'll be some type of police standoff. Of course, these people have the right to peacefully protest. I think I'm closer to the top of the line. It's a female voice. They're saying from the river to the sea. Palestine will be free is the chant here. There is some media photographers out. There's signs, there's protest signs, and of course, Palestinian flags. Oh, watching this. Save Gaza, the protesters there, spray painting, pretty much doing whatever they want to do. Hey, cars talking along. This ain't from the river to the sea. Now okay, this is the top of the protest line. I made it. I walked so I would say then that's just maybe about 1,000 people. All right. Made our way to the free Palestine. Now be careful here with motor vehicles. Okay, they're moving pretty quickly here. We don't seem to have any type of police standoff. Just some security. This may be their own security. Trying to get ahead. You see her there. And the cars that are moving along in front of them, she said, we don't get it. Shut it down. If we don't get it, is the chant now. As we're making our way, as you can see, to City Hall. There's some smoke happening here. How do I? Something said, Lila, do not come out today. Everything was, but this footage is courtesy of LMB Media Group, media outlets that need footage of protests happening throughout the United States. LMB Media Group courtesy footage. Just make sure you cite me. know, kind of. So we are approaching. We still got some blocks to go, so we'll just sit here and you can see. Now they're speaking, I'm gonna assume Arabic. Usually I would stand up on something. I don't know if I can do that today.
Is it loud?
I don't have my sneaks on. I usually have my Nikes on. I don't know why I put my Nikes on. Just want to get this truck here.
انك عروش الرجعية ورابعها نأمن بترول وبالآيات العربية وخامسها نهتف ونقول تحية الثورة الشعبية.
Alright, I'm gonna keep it moving.
تحية الثورة الشعبية. تحية الثورة الشعبية. There is only one solution.
They're saying there's only one solution.
There is only one solution.
Oh man, this is going down in history. I mean, but will anything change? However, it's still marking the occasion. As you know, the United States is pro-Israeli. There was an opportunity for the UN to call for a ceasefire. Our UN ambassador, Linda Greenfield-Thomas, thumbs down to the ceasefire, which has blocked humanitarian efforts and aid. So that message is kind of confusing because with the bombing of refugee camps, concentration camps, more like it, reminiscent of what we've seen. So when you're bombing hospitals, when there are hostage situations on both sides, it just raised a lot of suspicion, simply for the fact that there was a refugee camp. I think that's where everybody was like, wait a minute now. So yeah, you can call it what you want, but
and like we said, we will continue to shut down the streets until Palestine is free. But to do that, we have to stay organized. We have to stay together, and we have to continue to show up. Are you ready?
drone footage. Drones! So, okay, I'm gonna mark here as it is on this date that at this point there was an attack. The Israelis are still launching airstrikes in Gaza, and we are going to continue to know there was a violation of human rights with the bombing of a refugee camp. For some people that may not understand what that means, refugees most times are relegated and restricted, prohibited from leaving those areas.
Palestine will be free.
With the hostages on both sides, there was supposed to be a exchange. Some have been. So in the interim, they have to go through certain types of authorities and checks. But when you look at how many hostages were released compared to those that are detained, it is disproportionate. And so I've only looked at the Palestinian that's been released, and just in fear of, again, most likely probably disproportionate. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so again, I'm trying to avoid covering this because in these United States, when you show any type of fairness and wanting to see things on both sides, Susan Sarandon released by UTA, an actress has been released from the movie Scream, and we don't know of other cases as it becomes more apparent that you cannot show in the United States. That also gives a lot of pause in reporting when you show pro-Palestinian rhetoric or dialogue or postings on social media. They tend to there's tend to be some retaliation, so a lot of people are afraid to speak out.